is that? Who are those people? Oh no, that doesn't look good. Dude, there's so many. Oh shoot, what happened? Wow. I did not see that coming. Hey guys, I'm ExactlyOneSasquatch, and today we're going to be watching The Bad Batch, Season 1, Episode 13, titled Infested. I'm always just so excited for this show. Come out every week. I love Star Wars, and so we're going to get into it real deep today. Now, last episode was called Rescue on Ryloth, and you had Cham Syndulla and his freedom fighters were arrested by the Empire. Hera Syndulla contacted Omega and The Bad Batch to help try to free her parents, because they're going to be arrested, imprisoned, and possibly executed for treason. Hunter and the Bad Batch were pretty apprehensive at first because of the intense Imperial occupation going on in Ryloth. The risk of either being captured or dead was just far too high for the amount of money that a reward would be. So the Batch was ready to turn down this offer, unfortunately, and leave Hera hanging. But then Omega and Hera put their heads together and formed a battle plan using Omega's strategic prowess that we saw on an episode previously to attack the Imperial refinery to divert Imperial forces away from the capital so that then Hunter and Echo could sneak in and free Cham Syndulla, Eleni Syndulla, and Gobi Glee and the Freedom Fighters. All went swimmingly and according to plan until during the rescue, when they were about to leave the hangar, they were about to head right into a trap because Crosshair knows the Bad Batch really well and figured out that the Imperial refinery wasn't their target. And so Crosshair had set up a trap right outside the front of the Capitol to thwart the rescue attempt. However, Clone Captain Hauser, which we had met in episode 11, told Hunter, Echo, Cham, and that whole group right before they were leaving, hey, you're walking into a trap, letting them change their direction and use Senator Orn Frita's ship to instead leave that way and escape Ryloth that way. So now this whole episode and the whole episode before, we saw Hauser clearly having way more free will than your average clone post Order 66 with their inhibitor chip active, which begged the question, what's with Captain Hauser? What I thought it was that he is one of the few clones that happen to be immune to the effects of Order 66, which is what Rex said earlier in the season, that there were a few clones like that, but just not many. However, what happens next, I never saw coming and has massive implications for the overall galaxy of Star Wars going forward in the story. Hauser instead takes the place of Gobi Glee and the Freedom Fighters and walks straight out into the trap to all the clones in Crosshair and tries in what I thought was going to be an absolutely futile attempt to try to get through to my brothers and convince them, hey, what you're doing is wrong, kind of thing. Based on what we have seen from the clones and what these inhibitor chips do to them, what they did to Wrecker, what they did to Crosshair, what they did to Rex in the Clone Wars, and all the other clones, it does not matter what logic you throw at these clones. If the inhibitor chip is active, they're going to follow the orders that they get to a T. So I was like, he's dead. Captain Hauser is certainly dead. But after his speech that he gives, about almost half the clones decide to also throw down their weapons and say, you know what, Hauser, you're right. What we're doing here is wrong. And that absolutely blew my mind, and it blew me away, and it's absolutely huge for the Star Wars universe going forward. What I think that means is that the inhibitor chips in the clones' heads are starting to wear off. My guess is that their function is really only a one-time use. It was all focused on Order 66 to eliminate the Jedi, and they just wear off over time. An unfortunate side effect. I'm sure if Palpatine could have, he would have made it so that they would stay active forever until the clone's death. But it seems like that's not the case. That wasn't possible. So that would really explain why the Empire would eventually have to switch from the clone army to the conscripted soldiers, because once the clones get their free will back, the clones had incredible allegiance with the Jedi that they've now all killed, and they had incredible allegiance to the Republic, which has now become the Empire. So they for sure would not take kindly to this new Empire in the way that Palpatine and Vader and the Imperials are running things. So they would become a massive problem. So it makes sense that they would have to move away from that and use propaganda and things like that to recruit a conscripted soldier army, which we eventually see to be the stormtroopers. However, when it comes down to this episode, with the title being Infested, the only thing I can think about is that maybe that means that there's like an infestation of rebellion that's developing among the clones as the inhibitor chips wear off, or it has something to do with some other planet from the Clone Wars and maybe some other characters that we had met, and it's some kind of like B-plot-ish problem that either the Bad Batch helps out or something that I don't know how I would ever be able to predict that, but I don't think it's going to be like nothing. I think something significant will happen. By the way, this video is sponsored by the like button. Lets me know you guys love the videos and it helps out the channel a bunch. Also subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I've been coming out with the Bad Batch reaction and breakdown videos like this where I try to predict what happens next, and then I've also been coming out with Attack on Titan reactions because I've never seen anime before. Okay, so the Bad Batch Season 1 Episode 13, Infested. Let's go. Is this Ord Mantell? That's the Bad Batch's ship. Yeah, I think this is Ord Mantell. Who is that? Who are those people? Oh no. That doesn't look good. There's more of them in the bar. Is this Empire? Dude, there's so many. That's the, those are the Pykes, right? The Pykes are criminal underworld people. And I think they work in the spice mines of Kessel? Is that what it is?
Where do you think you're going?
It's rude to barge into one's office unannounced.
Ruby?
She's my prized pet.
What happened to Sid?
This Parlor and Ord Mantell are now my territory.
Oh shoot, what happened?
We're getting off Ord Mantell. Tech, prep the ship. The rest of us will gather supplies.
Wow. I did not see that coming. What the hell happened to Sid? That's kind of a big change. We seem to have this kind of regular thing going with a Batch and Sid, and we got jobs, and a break from that formula I think might be welcomed. I don't know. Let's see. Oh.
Nice to see one of you cares.
Oh, there she is. All right, what's going on?
So you
They're here. They're here again. Oh, I love these two. Roland. All right, who the hell is Roland?
He's a former client and the son of crime boss Isa Durand.
I don't think we know that name from anywhere, Isa Durand or Roland, but we do know the Pykes.
But we are taking it back.
We?
If I lose, you lose. Don't forget how good I've been at keeping secrets.
I believe she's threatening us.
So what's your plan?
You won't disrupt his supply chain by stealing the shipment and thereby sabotaging the deal.
Very good, Goggles. When the Pykes come to collect, Roland won't be able to pay, and he'll be their problem.
Get them to make an enemy of the Pykes. You don't want the Pykes as an enemy. Infested, though. What the heck is Infested gonna be? Maybe Infested refers to Ord Mantell is infested with the Pykes and people out of Sid, the enemy.
Where are we?
Ord Mantell's old mining tunnels. These
What'd they mine
rats
here?
run underneath the city. It's how we're sneaking into my parlor to steal the spice.
They're not in the best shape, but I can get the motors operational.
No, motors are too loud. This is a stealth mission. You boys are good at that, right?
Let's see what Sid's capable of in a mission sort of context, you know? What is gonna happen in this episode? I told you there's gonna be some plot that I would never be able to predict this. Oh, Sid's gonna get taken over by some guy I never heard of.
Now listen up. When we pass through those doors, not a peep out of anyone. We don't want to wake the hive.
Hive? There's infestation. Geonosis? Infestation and bug problem. The only thing I can think of are the Geonosians. What would they be doing on Ord Mantell? I don't know. Who's gonna say something? Shh. Oh, it's over. How about you move, huh? Why watch?
We're here. This ladder leads into my back office. Up you go.
Does Roland not know about this? I feel like they're just gonna be like sitting there like, hi. Oh, you thought you could sneak in and steal my spice? Of course we checked the surroundings. Hey, is he gonna be useful? Let's go Mantell mix.
Ruby?
I wouldn't rely on these guys, man. He's still eating the Mantell mix. That's not gonna go well. You can't rely on those two.
Six crates of spice confirmed.
On record, nice and stealthy. Those bugs are gonna be a problem, huh? Yep, there you go.
There you are.
Did Sid have Ruby? I think Sid did have Ruby, right? But why would Roland want Ruby so bad? Like, I'm surprised he would make such an emotional attachment to it so quickly.
The spice. It's gone!
That was so easy to find.
We've got incoming!
I said no plaster fire.
Tell that to them!
Those laser brains woke the hive. We're all dead.
Hive of what? It looked like spiders, but I don't know, man. Go faster, go faster, go faster, go faster, 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 faster.
Power up the engine.
Are those like locusts? I still can't tell what these things are.
They're avoiding the light. Use your torches.
A lot of things don't like light.
Not the spice.
As long as they don't have it. What are you going? Where are you going? Yeah, you don't need to have the spice. You just need Roland to not have the spice. Do they know who did it?
It was all her.
Oh, come on!
It was a distraction.
Of course they can't be trusted. Come on, Sid. I thought you were smarter than that.
Where is our payment?
The shipment was stolen. You'll get your money, but I need more time.
Either you correct this grave mistake, or you and your entire family will experience what pain truly feels like.
Pykes are no joke, man.
Are you sure your pal is safe?
Follow and Ketch said the Pykes already came for Roland.
They killed everyone already? No, it's a setup. They're still
That's
there.
her. She's the one you want.
Kill them all.
Wait, we don't have the spice on us, but we know where it is.
Then you should have no problem retrieving it. Until you do, the child stays here.
I'm gonna say, what an interesting contingency that they chose. The child stays here. You're like, yeah, I don't think so, buddy.
We can't leave Omega with them.
We don't have a choice, but we know where the spice is. We'll return it, and the kid will be fine.
How are you gonna get that back?
Muscles and I will rappel down into the cavern and locate the crates. I got the kid into this mess, and I'll get her out.
I had talked about maybe Sid forming a slight emotional bond with Omega when Omega was making money with her. I think it was in episode 10 where Omega was playing Dejaric, you know, and making Sid a lot of money. Omega has this tendency to, like, I feel like get people to like her and form emotional attachments with her and stuff. So I wonder if that plays into this a little bit with Sid. I mean, it doesn't seem like Sid's overly emotional. It seems like she's really more doing it out of like respect and like duty almost. So they're gonna just do something creative to get the Irlings out of there.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
So yeah, why are they picking Wrecker to do this? Wrecker's afraid of heights. I guess they need him for the muscle, you know. It's also cool to see Sid in action.
I'll secure it. Start looking for the other crates.
Ooh, okay, what's Omega gonna do?
Don't try it. They'll kill you. You take what you want. That's the Durand way.
Yeah, and look where that's getting you.
Ruby doesn't take a liking to many people.
Again, people liking Omega. Like Sid liked Omega. Nala Se likes Omega. I wonder if that's part of this, like, her ability. If it's empathy, or is she just good at everything? All right, how many crates of spice do you guys have? Count it.
Crates
How
3
many?
and 4 are aboard.
Okay, so you have 4.
Those things are gonna wake up.
I am preparing for that possibility.
Okay, good. Tech's got a plan. I'm guessing it's some kind of light bomb or something.
Final crate secure. Bring us up.
Don't tell me that the thing is just gonna, like, break. That's annoying. That's not, like, a fun story point. Don't hit it! Yep. Pull us up faster. Pull us up faster. Faster. Let's see the tech light bomb. There you go. There's always something. It's like every episode. There's always just a little something that makes me lose it. I don't know why. Did you hear him shrieking? Oh, I gotta hear that again. Oh, that was so funny. It's like every episode. Maybe I should make an episode or a video where I go over what I think the funniest parts of every single episode were. I remember it was like episode 2 or something, where Tech was saying to Wrecker something like, all right, they were like repairing the ship or something, and Tech was just like, all right, what you're going to want to do is grab this and grab that. It's going to be behind this, that, with all this technical jargon. And then Wrecker's like, just tell me what to rip out. I don't know why that got me too.
This should distract them.
All right, let's go. Light bomb.
Incoming!
Light bomb. I mean, they're probably blind too, right? So let's get us out of here. Oh, that was funny. All right, I wasn't sure if they would actually get the spice back to the Pykes. I thought maybe they just, I don't know, blast their way out of there. Like, I mean, the Pykes are no joke, but I feel like that's like the Bad Batch would just be like making problems for everyone. What if the Bad Batch now get employed by the Pykes? That'd be kind of interesting.
Since the spice has been returned, the matter between us is resolved, but not with you.
Oh, man.
Don't! He made a mistake, that's all.
She's right. Kill him, and you'll be starting a war with Isa Durand.
Again, I don't think I know who Isa Durand is, but let's see if Omega can, like, emotionally manipulate the Pykes. I don't know. Oh, they cut off a horn? Wonder if those horns valuable? Is that like a sign of disrespect to not have the horn anymore, maybe?
Why did you stick up for him after what he did?
I don't know. Ruby likes him. Maybe he's not all bad.
All right. I think what this season is kind of doing is sort of what Mandalorian was doing in the first season of that show, where he kind of met up with a lot of different people and then has made friends with them, and then is going to bring them back later. I think my guess is this Roland guy he'll probably come back at some point. Like, I think Harrison Dula and Chamson Dula will probably come back at some point. Maybe Bib Fortuna will come back at some point. Maybe, who else did we meet? The Martez sisters, maybe it'll come back at some point. Rex will maybe come back at some point. Maybe the governor of Raxus will show up again at some point. That's my guess with these kind of like more character building kind of episodes, world building kind of episodes. The Bad Batch didn't even wind up an enemy of the Pykes. So the only bit of significance I feel like in this episode is a little bit of Omega again, like a little bit of her empathy, her ability to connect with people. We saw that Sid felt like she owed something to Omega to get her back. I didn't think that the Bad Batch would have let Omega stay in that parlor. Again, it still begs those questions of Omega, like, what is it with her? I'm guessing it's going to be a long time before we really get the deal with her and what the significance might be. Yeah, anyway, clearly not the most significant episode overall. And I guess Infested really meant, like I was thinking, I was like, Infested probably doesn't mean what I was saying with the whole, like, clones being infested with seeds of rebellion and the chips wearing off and things like that. It probably means something that I can't think of right now. The only other thing I could think of was Geonosis with bugs. But guess what? Infested, it had to do with bugs again. So I feel like I would wish a little more happened. But I feel like a lot of these kind of one-off episodes that seem to happen probably are going to pay off some way in the future. I feel like some of these characters are probably going to come back at some point. Maybe not all of them, and maybe not in the most significant of ways, but in more significant of ways. But the next episode is called Ord Mantell. So the last 3 episodes of the season have to be like big and important. I think the way that this show was structured was first 8 episodes kind of had a slow build to them, or more like it was exciting at first, the lull of character building and world building and stuff like that in the middle, and then exciting to the end where you got to like the whole Cad Bane going after Omega, getting her, and then the first episode, I think it was episode 9, was the one where Fennec and Cad Bane go against each other, and then Omega eventually gets away, which was obviously had more weight to it. And then I think you go down, you dip back down to like Raxus, which is again kind of one of these episodes. Episode 11 and 12 was a little bit more interesting with meeting up with Hera, some Crosshair, Hauser, and obviously episode 12 with the whole clones actually putting down their weapons was massive. When the episode is titled Ord Mantell, that's almost like what this whole show is about, is how do we go from the Republic to the Empire. Project Ord Mantell is conscripted soldiers versus clones. Like, this next episode has to be huge. And if the next episode is huge and there's only 2 episodes left of the season, I'm guessing those got to be pretty huge. And what would be really cool is if the final episode of this season is like the intro episode of this season where it's 75 minutes long. That would be amazing. That means if we have 2 regular length episodes lasting about 45 minutes and then another like 75-minute episode, what is that? 2 hours? 2 hours of awesome Bad Batch content coming up? That's would be my ideal for the last 3 episodes of the season. So, anyway, hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the show, what you guys think of the episode, what you guys think is going to happen next. Or if anything else, just let me know how your day is going. My day is going pretty good. How about you guys? So anyway, I'm ExactlyOneSasquatch. Have a great day.